So you start coming out with your albums, and it's got a whole cannibal theme going on with it.
Yeah,
Um, you know, it shows you eating what looks like human flesh.
yeah,
There's an album cover with you in a coffin.
yep.
There is, you're wearing a mask right now. Okay, can we check out the mask? Right.
You already know.
You got these types of kind of Hannibal Lecter type masks going on.
Yeah.
What was it about, I guess you would call it horrorcore later on, but what was it about this that really, drew you to actually put this out?
Well, I love meat. You know what I mean? That's my favorite food. And if you cook anything, I'll try it. Whether it be any kind of meat you could think of, put it that way. Any kind.
And that's that.
Yeah, any kind.
So you're saying that if someone cooked up some human flesh for you, you would try it out.
Most definitely with some seasoning salt.
Have you ever actually tried human flesh before?
No.
Okay. But you would actually try it if we had a human burger in the other room right now. You would go check it out.
Yeah, I'd have to see you cook it.
Okay. Oh, and you were one of the first ones to really do this.
Yeah, you know what the original thing was? I call mine rip gut. The horrorcore genre picked me up, sort of. And I'll take it, you know what I mean? Because there's no category for rip gut, but that's what I call my style, not horrorcore. But they picked me up and I'll take it. I don't mind having it. I still want to put out there, though, that my style is a rip gut style.
Right. Because you had the Grave Diggers.
Yep,
They're one of the, I think, like the major label groups that kind of gave a little bit of light, to the genre.
yep.
But then you had Eminem,
I
which
don't know
which I
where to put
felt,
him because he's kind of like both. I mean, he's horrorcore and he's regular. You know what I mean? Because he could do some regular songs too. You know that and regular albums. Like everything wasn't always horrorcore.
right. But when he first came out, when he was doing songs about kidnapping his daughter with his baby mother in the trunk and
Yeah,
dumping the body in the river.
that's
That
psycho.
was vintage horrorcore right there. He had a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
lyrics like that.
yeah, yeah. He did. The earlier Eminem. Yeah,
Right, and I had heard that Eminem was a big fan of Brotha Lynch Hung and cites you as one of his influences.
that's what people say, but I'm like, prove it.
Right, because at one point he was supposed to show up on one of your songs.
Well, actually, I think he got invited to someone else's song first, and then
What does that mean?
then hopefully mine next.
Oh, okay. So, what is it about serial killers that kind of fascinates you?
The meat. It starts with the meat. Then it starts with the story. Like I love watching the story. Like ID Channel is my favorite channel. I love that channel. It stays on it. I get on my wife's nerves with that channel right there. I just love the story of it. I don't know why.
When you talk about cannibalism, I've interviewed Big Lurch
Yeah.
from prison,
Hmm.
who actually is doing life in prison for cannibalism.
The girl that was at the spot that was found dead, she was essentially eaten. I guess like she had her chest and lungs were eaten and everything else like that. She was really messed
Well,
up. Uh,
Polka wasn't eaten. God forgive, God bless her soul. But at the same time, it was teeth marks and gnaw marks on her. Now, there was a baby blue-nosed pit bull in that house, so where there's blood, little dogs chew or bite, and that is so,
yeah.
God bless her soul. But it wasn't like the way people talk about it. I've been living in my flesh for 14 years on this case. They act like somebody got a knife and was slicing pieces of, like a Jerry Dahmer type of situation where somebody was just eating people. It wasn't like that, man. It was bite marks and gnaw marks on the body. The body was found. She was cut open. you know, and it was bloody in there, and it was a dog in that house. Now, Milton Grimes never brought up the dog or nothing in the case.
How was it, as someone who kind of did the whole cannibalism thing over and over again, how was it hearing about a rapper who actually went to prison for cannibalism?
Well, I became his biggest fan. And actually got to meet him, but I didn't know he was about that. I just loved his rhyming. I'm from Texas, boy. I used to like those songs and slap them, and then I heard about that, and I'm like, whoa. I became his biggest fan. I tried to find other music, videos, all that.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah,
Like
he
that
is.
song, How We Coming, like, he did his thing on it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he was part of Cosmic Slop Shop, with Rick Rock and everything else like that. He did his thing.
Yeah, he did.
Did you ever get a chance to actually talk to him?
Nah. I was at a video shoot, never said nothing. I didn't really know nothing about him back then when I first seen him. I didn't know about his music or anything. I didn't hear about his music until later on. I didn't realize how dope he was, though.